Shalom, my good black Israelite brothers and sisters. How y'all doing today? Before we get in this video, we gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, our Father, and His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi. Yes. So, I want to talk about Bill Cosby, right? I want to talk about Bill Cosby because I feel it's an important topic. Now, everybody know Bill Cosby. He had the famous show, the Cosbys or whatever, the Cosby Show, and he had Fat Albert and things like that, right? It was the bomb growing up. Like, he was the white version of black people, I guess, right? At that time. And he was the man. He was the quote unquote man. He had the money. He had all this, everything, right? But when he tried to make some power moves, they showed him who he was and his place in life, right? That's what they did to Bill. He wanted to buy NBC, I believe. I believe it was NBC. And he wanted to purchase it because how black people was being portrayed on TV and things like that. He wanted to whitewash everybody, right? In a sense of like, he wanted to turn all black people into coons in a sense. He didn't like the fact that there were shows that, catered to black people, right? The Wayne brothers, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence, even the D.L. Hughley, his show or whatever he was doing. I forgot his show. Just all of them. Fox, right? Red Fox. Good Times, whatever it is. Like, Bill Cosby just wasn't a fan of that, right? He wanted everybody to be like Family Matters. You know what I mean? He even told D.L. Hughley, like, he said the N-word too much. And, they had some words, D.L. Hughley, a funny dude or whatever, but they had some words and, tape never aired, whatever. Bill Cosby blocked it or whatever, but he told him he was being too black. And, it wasn't a good thing. Here's how, like, karma worked, right? So, he wanted us to be something we wasn't, but the same time he was being something he wasn't, behind the doors, closed doors, he was being what he told us not to be, right? Now, when it comes to the drugging the women and all that, did he do it with the intent of, like, maliciously taking advantage of them? No. Did he do it with the intent that all the other superstars or whoever, rock stars, movie stars, whoever was doing it at that time? Yes. He did it with the same intent, but they chose to pick on Bill Cosby. How do you go back 20-something years, 30-something years and say, yeah, he took advantage of me? It's all bullcrap, right? But that's what he get in a sense, because when you go against the grain, that's what happens. I'm not an advocate of people smoking weed and doing drugs in this day and age, but that's what they do. This is their idea of having fun and, being hip, as they would say. And when Bill Cosby was doing it, it was cool. Kiss, all them dudes, man, all them rockers, all of them, man. I can't even get into how many of them was doing that. Elvis, Johnny Cash, all them dudes, they were all doing that, right? But they wanted to pick on Bill because Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC, and NBC is a major network. This is what I always tell y'all. They would never let us be in a position of power. They would never let us control the narrative. They want to control the narrative. If you look at it now, you look at the internet, you look at the major sites, you look at everything now, It is controlled by Jewish Europeans. They will never let us control the narrative. They want to control the narrative. And he had the idea that he could control the narrative. And they showed him, no, right? And then y'all check this out. Not only that, Bill Cosby purchased a house in like 1970 or so. I think it's 77 maybe. I don't know. But I know he purchased a house. I believe it was in Pennsylvania or Massachusetts or whatever. But he purchased a house. And the house, you know, and this house is like 50 years old. But they wanted to do irrigation work, right? They wanted to take the pipes and go through his driveway, you know, for whatever purpose they want, right? But what's crazy is, I believe he's sitting on oil. Bill Cosby is sitting on oil. So this was a plot and plan this whole time. He didn't want to do the business deal with them for them to steal his oil. So that's why all this stuff started popping up out of nowhere, right? It never was a thing until then, right? Bill Cosby, he wanted to be in a position of power. He thought that he could beat the Edomites, and that was his problem. You cannot beat them. You cannot beat them, not at their own game. You have to, we as black people have to create another game. And they got all of them to come up there and tell those lies. They all got attention, right? They all got attention. If you look at it, same thing with R. Kelly. Same thing with R. Kelly. He supposedly had did that to, you know, the little 14-year-old, whatever, however old she was. He married Aaliyah and everything. Now, all of a sudden, he so-called kidnapped people, held them hostage, which he did not. Y'all know he didn't, right? I'm not a fan of either one of them. I'm a fan of the truth, right? He did not, like, hide behind bushes, stalk them, and throw them in the back of the trunk and kept them as sex slaves or something. He didn't do that. This was all voluntarily. This was all voluntarily. The parents was in it. So why not the parents? Why are the parents not in jail? I don't get how you could be taken captive, right? But then you can go shopping. You can be left at studios shopping. You can do what you want, but you're taken captive. This is just crazy to me. This is crazy to me. All type of wrongdoing, but they like to pick on the black man because they want to destroy his image. And those women changed on him because his money was running low. When the money run low, they're going to try to milk you. They're going to try to get that last dollar out of you. So then you had R. Kelly, Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. You got the Surviving R. Kelly. I didn't watch it because it's a joke. And then it's the Bill Cosby documentary thing where you got these women up there so-called telling their truths. This is just ridiculous, man. But this is because they're in a position of power. R. Kelly wrote for a lot of people, made a lot of songs. He got a lot of influence over a lot of people, not me. And the same thing with Bill Cosby. He's responsible for a lot of people's careers. You know, and he tried to change the narrative, and boom. You know, he see. He couldn't do it. Can't do it. You know, you can't beat them. This is their game. This is the game that they created. And then R. Kelly. I remember he made a song talking about, he saved me. He talking about, you know, I guess he was talking about the Most High. And God didn't save you from nothing. But he saved me and all that because he didn't go to jail. And then he perpetuates it. So he was playing. This is karma for both of them. This is karma for, you know, Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. The difference is Bill Cosby got more money than R. Kelly. You know, it's all about the plugs, man. And they gave him 30-something years. He 50. So he gonna get out, 35 years, he 50. I believe it was 35 years. He gonna get out when he 85. You know, that's a death sentence. That's a death sentence. You know? You got to think, what did he do? He must have do something to this. He must have messed with the wrong person. You know? When there's people really out there taking advantage of people and kidnapping people and doing these things, but they want to pick on people who they know did not do that. Bill Cosby didn't drug nobody, and R. Kelly, he didn't capture nobody. You know, if you listen to his songs, I don't get how, this is what bothers me, right? I don't get how people will listen to their songs, and then when they act on the songs, people are shocked. Ban the songs. Ban them. If you listen to him, he talked about stuff like that. He sung about stuff like that. And everybody loved it. So now that he's acting on what he's singing about, it's a problem. He didn't do harm to nobody. He didn't say he was going to blow their head off and kill them and all this. You know? And with Bill Cosby, it had to be something in that pudding. I don't think no pudding tastes that good. Only Bill Cosby can make some pudding taste that good, man. So y'all just got to use y'all mind and think, man. They always out to destroy the image of black people. Ronald Reagan fund the whole army, government, the whole military with drug money. Y'all forgot? He is the one that started the drugs. Trying to put war on drugs. He the one that started it. How y'all think this economy got this way? It went from cotton picking to drug selling. The government responsible for all of it. But y'all want to pick on these two. They're literally human trafficking. The government, yes. Telling y'all now. They're in it. It's just whoever get caught. They got to keep quiet. Come on now. Like the dude from the subway dude. Look what he was over there doing. You know? They do this here. This is here. People are being bamboozled. Everything that they lock the so-called criminals up for, your government here do it. They do that here. It's so much hypocrisy. I don't justify that stuff happening to people, but they like to try to make people look certain ways, and it's not fair. It's not right. And it'll never be fair. And they know what time it is. You know? And the women, y'all are just wrong for the stuff that y'all do. How could y'all sit up there, take the money? You was taking the money, he was paying your bills. He was paying your bills. You was getting a check and everything. And now y'all want to say something when the money is low. When he say, look, fantasy's over. Oh, he took advantage of me. Come on now. Black people. Come on. Bill Cosby was the closest. You know? And that's some coon stuff. You know, because we ain't putting on no button up. But he was the closest. You see, they shot him down. You know? Michael Jackson. Same thing. Same thing. The same thing with Michael Jackson. Y'all forgot? He wanted to get the Beatles and Elvis. He wanted to get their masters, I believe. And y'all see what he did. Y'all see what they did to him. See how they try to paint him out? Whenever we try to be in a position of power, this is what they do. They tried to make him out to be a pedophile and mess with little boys and all this. Like, this is what they do. They will find ways every single time. You know? So we, as so-called black people, We have to take up for our people, and we have to know when they're right and when they're wrong. And we have to see things and stop accepting everything that they say on social media and what they put out in the newspaper, whatever it is, whatever outlet. Stop believing in it, because it's false. It's false. Michael Jackson, he tried to do some power moves too. But even he said, like, look, it's some evil people. Some evil people, man. Y'all got to remember that. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check my other channel out, Alpha Hebrew, where I do a lot of teaching. Follow me on Instagram. And my Black Israelite brothers and sisters, y'all make sure y'all keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and keep fighting to the end until Yahawashi return, because it's going to be glorious. It is. This is Alpha Hebrew. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.